I'm here tonight to ask, first of all, to request the use of the community building on Thursday night. This Thursday night, I've reserved it for the Citizens for a Better City Government, and I'm asking that the $80 fee be waived. We paid it last month, but we would like for that to be waived this next month, and for any other further meetings. The purpose of our group is to educate the public and to listen to their concerns. We also want to help to calm down the situation that is presently occurring, and that's why the group was started, basically, because I felt that the community needed an outlet. They needed somewhere to be able to vent, to get direction, and to help. And this isn't, you know, we're not out to get people's jobs. We're not out to, you know, say this needs to be done. We just want our city back. That's what we want. We want, you know, clean water. We want safe streets. You know, we want things, a community brought together. The general public voted on April the 8th of 2011 for Jennifer Bingham by 54%. Again, on April the 3rd, 2012, they voted for Greta Day by 65.37% and Rendell Treese by 61.26%. And those were against people who were already incumbents. We are convinced that the citizens voted for change. We have concerns about the lack of accountability. That's number one. We do have concerns about the use of city equipment and vehicles. This doesn't mean that we don't think the police should eat lunch, as stated on a Facebook page by the police department, who has now decided to get involved in this. The amount of wages paid to employees in comparison to surrounding towns, the lack of transparency concerning the happenings at City Hall, and the use of city funds. We also are concerned about the police website, which says that they're responsible for monitoring the cable, but you guys are telling us something different. I printed that off. It is on your website. So we want an investigative audit, not the routine audit that as always comes up clear. We want accountability by logs and documentation of use. We want to feel welcomed when we come to City Hall. And we want the police to use the Facebook in a professional way. We want more emphasis on abandoned property and cars instead of garage sale signs. We would like to say, I do feel that the social networking site is a very negative tool right now. You know, I know that it's become, you know, just not a good thing, and it's not helping the situation whatsoever. We have attempted to bring our concerns to the council. We have written about them in the newspaper. We did hold one city meeting hoping that you would see the support that we have, and yet you have continued to battle between the mayor and the 6th council. On April the 24th, 2012, you walked in to the city council meeting with a script, a lawyer, and your resolutions and ordinances. At this point, we feel that we have tried to ask you guys to reconsider what you were doing. That's why the recall vote has started. It's not a personal matter, it really isn't. It's just the only option that we felt at the time that we had to make our voice heard, and that we hope that you will see. The citizens wanted change. They voted for change, they asked for change, and you've blocked the mayor from doing any work. She's not able to do anything anymore. You know, we don't want to fight against the 6th council with threats of, we've had them through threats of lawsuits and public statements about our perjuring ourselves. It appears that not only are you wanting to take away the rights of the mayor, but now you want to silence the voice of citizens of Baxter who seem to be paying for Mr. Cure. This makes absolutely no sense to me. Makes no sense to any of us. Once again, I am publicly asking you to step back and take a good look at the present situation and the citizens of Baxter. Please stop making it personal against Mayor Bingham. Whatever. I hope that you will allow us to use the building for free. We only want good for this community. We don't want things negative. We want to, you know, squash rumors and things like that. That's not what we're about. You know, we look forward to having 4th of July celebrations and a big Cowtown celebration and all the things that seems to be disappearing. And Sue and I have talked because we're neighbors uptown. You know, she has come to you for year after year trying to put together things. She has lots of energy, sometimes maybe, needs to be squelched a little bit, but she has lots of energy, lots of ideas, and she just feels like she might as well stand up here and beat her head against the wall. We want to move forward. I have a book here, just in spring, of visitors in our community. It's amazing what we have. I mean, today, most of my customers were from Oklahoma and Texas. They're from out of state. They're not necessarily locals, but they're bringing money to our community. Thousands of people a week go through Baxter Springs. I'm just totally shocked. Right now, my husband and I are talking to people right now, trying to encourage them to put businesses on Main Street. That's tax dollars back. Believe me, I'm getting ready to pay my sales tax. It's that tax dollars back into this community. You guys are killing us by stopping the mayor from doing her job. I don't think she walked in here to immediately change things. She's been here a year. That's all we ask. And so I guess my plea right now is, please allow us to have our meetings. We're going to, make lists of priorities and things that we want. Like I say, it's not a personal attack against you, but I hope that you will allow the citizens to use the building.
Kathy, was there an $80 payment made?
We did make an $80 payment last month.
I would ask council to have that reimbursed to the group.
I'll make that motion. I'll second.
Thank you. And that there be no charge for the community building. If there are people in the city of Baxter Springs that, hold on.
Not part of that motion. Not part of that.
Please. If there are people in the city of Baxter Springs that want to utilize that for something of this nature, obviously, I don't think we should charge them $80 for it. I know that am I correct on this, Donna? If you work for the city, you ever served on council, you get it for free. Okay, then I don't want to charge the people of Baxter to pay taxes to sustain that building in town, $80 when they take down the tables, put them up, whatever, they don't leave messes. That's, we're working against ourselves, it's redundant. So I'd ask that the $80 be refunded, they not be charged for the use of that building. Go ahead, Ron.
The motion is the previous $80 that I'm making will be waived. The previous $80 will be waived. And then we can address, once this is voted on,
It can be situational, yes.
that is the only motion that we're voting on.
Refunded, Kathy, did you pay that?
Yes. Well, the people paid that, but I'll put it back in our pot.
St. Clair?
Yes.
Trees?
Yes.
Steele?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Allen?
Yes.
Kaufman?
Yes.
Day? Yes.
Okay, now to address from here forward is very simple. As the mayor has said, that if an employee is there at a function, birthday party, whatever it may be, and I believe you have at least one employee there, that employee only has to reserve it and be responsible for it.
I understand that, but I felt that it was important, and that employee has even, people have come forward, but I felt that, I didn't want to place that person in that position.
That wasn't what I said. I
Yeah.
said that it's known that if you are a former council person or an employee, you get to have that building free of charge. I didn't say if somebody's at that meeting that's a former councilman or
I
an
don't think
employee.
it's anything to do with
Oh, Ron, okay.
former.
You know what I mean, Kathy?
Yeah.
The
Well,
city-
and that's my concern. We often have council members but I didn't want to depend on them. I felt that it was.
Okay. So as long as everybody else knows what I mean, can we call roll on this and move forward? Do we have a motion, any motion and second on this?
I'll make the most allowed in
Thank
free
you.
charge.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you very much. Let's call roll. It's gonna be a very, it's a case by case. It'll come before council.
Yeah, specifically.
So you don't have to ask permission for the
Okay.
use of that
This is
free
what-
again.
okay.
Am I clear on that, Robert?
Yes, they got scheduled.
Unless you
You
form
need to
another
schedule
group
it,
or
but
something, then.
you have
Okay.
to schedule it with City Hall, and
Okay.
that way they can reserve it.
It is scheduled reserve, so, okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you, Kathy, for being here. Let's call roll.
St. Clair?
Yes.
Trees?
Yes.
Steele?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Allen?
Yes.
Kaufman?
Yes.
Day? Yes.
And thank you, we appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you, Council. That's the first thing resolutions, ordinances, attorney report.
Is anyone here on 538 East Avenue or 1604 Lincoln Avenue? Tonight is a public hearing on those two properties, and I passed out a resolution that basically says tonight is a public hearing in regards to those two properties. That notice was provided pursuant to Resolution 943, and it basically gives the owners of those properties time to July 26th to correct the problems, or the city can go in and correct those problems. Resolution would be number 948, and the council would need, because of the conditions of these properties, make a motion to approve 948 and approve it upon a first read because of the conditions and the safety hazards of those two properties.
I'll make that motion.
Second that motion.
Was that you, Randy?
Ron, or not, Ron, Bob.
Sinclair?
Yes.
Treese?
Yes.
Steele?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Allen?
Yes.
Kaufman?
Yes.
Gay? Yes.
Jeremy, can you get bids in regards to those two properties to present to the council for, to correct those problems?
We'll do the same process we do every time, put them out for bid, and through the ones that we have on record that we sent out for, and plus running the paper is what we usually do
So we'll have those by, when,
by
We're
that
gonna-
time.
by the 26th,
Talk about that,
Thursday morning.
Other property meeting.
No, that's all I'm saying, unless there's questions.
Are there any questions of the council? So Jeremy, you'll be there Thursday, Ron, Thursday morning. Okay, committee reports, St. Clair.
Yes, I was notified last night that Joey Sparks is resigning from the police department as of Friday, June 29th. So.
It had been floating around for a while, and I never noticed anything, and didn't hear anything, so I wasn't sure.
I just heard last night, so.
Do we have an officer at this meeting tonight?
I don't know, if one's back in here or not.
No, I asked last time, I asked the chief if they'd be present in this chamber. I don't see an officer here, I know the chief's on vacation.
Yeah.
Do we have an officer here, Jeremy,
Joey,
tonight?
Joey said he
A
was gonna
police
try and-
officer?
He was gonna get here, try and.
Nobody's sitting in there, so we have no police officer at the meeting. Okay,
But I just wanted to, I didn't know there was any rumors going on, because I just, like I said, I just found out last night, so.
He just give us, what, 4 days notice, 5 days notice.
Well, I think he's talking today, that, you know.
it's
Yeah.
been floating around for about 3 weeks, so I didn't know if it was true, I've never seen any documentation on it, so.
And he's got 2 weeks vacation.
When do you want to call him?
I'll have to give him a day. When he gets back.
Okay.
Yes.
So Dave's on vacation